Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to the Mona Lisa Monroe Morning Show. Grab your coffee or your tea, hunty, because we have a lot to talk about. But before we get started on those red hot topics, please go to my website, www.monalisamonroe.com. We've got t-shirts, we've got mugs, we've got toast. Believe me, we've got you covered. And also, you could purchase my book, Life After the Diagnosis. If you know a survivor or you are a survivor, this is the book that you need. Well, let's go ahead and get this party started right, shall we?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Mona Lisa Monroe Morning Show, honey. Grab your coffee and your tea because we've got a lot to talk about this morning. Now, if you, of course, followed the commercial, please go to my website. What do? You click www.monalisamonroe.com. Well, you don't click, you just sort of type it in. And you support the show when you purchase anything on the website, whether that's a cup, honey, a t-shirt, or whatever the case may be. Please, please, please go on the website and purchase merchandise to support the show. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, honey. We've been around ever since 2020. We were around here during the pandemic making stuff happen. So, in order to support us, please continue to click like and share the show. We are talking about April, honey. We are in the month of April. Can you believe that? April 2022. January, we were around here. The Mona Lisa Monroe Morning Show. February, Love Is Hunte. And then March, we honored all the publishers, all the authors. And April is our birthday anniversary. Yes, we have been around now, my people, not one, but 2 years. Can you believe that? We have been talking with you for 2 years. Now, April 16th is actually our anniversary day, but today's the 14th and it is a Thursday. So it is what it is. But because it's such a special day, well, not the particular day, but the month of April, because it is our anniversary month, and you are close to the exact day, today is a special show, honey. You better be glad you tuned in today. You know why? Because we're doing giveaways. Woo, 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 woo. Yes, we are doing giveaways and we're going to do a few shout outs. So buckle up, honey. We got a lot to talk about, just like I said. So let's get it going. First things first. You guys heard about it. I know you have. New York bombing in the subway. What? You've got to be kidding me. So, because you follow me, I know you already know the month of April for us is Mental Health Month. What an example of mental health. If you guys read, saw, listened, whatever the case may be, this man went on the subway, opened up a smoke bomb, and pretty much rolled it down the aisle of the subway. Yeah. Smoke bomb the subway out. And not just that now. He just didn't unleash a smoke bomb. He then shoots 31 rounds I think he killed some people, but I know he wounded a lot. And I also read that a man actually laid his body on a pregnant woman to protect her from the bullets, from the firing of the gun. Then he actually camouflaged his way in the subway amongst the chaos to get away. Well, yesterday I saw that he was captured. That's great. And then, me personally, I mean, you guys can chime in if you want, but me personally, I'm like, why do you have to be a black man? Why? I mean, that's just I don't know how if that's how Asian people feel, if that's how white people feel, if that's how Hispanic people feel, but I know that's how this black woman feels. I'm sitting here going, why? Why? And it just goes back to what we're talking about. Mental health is real. It's totally real. And we're not talking about it enough, to me, at all. Because what would make a person get on the subway, unleash a smoke bomb, and then fire 30 rounds of bullets into a subway with innocent people? What would make you do that? What happened on the job? What happened at home? What happened for you to feel like you want to kill people, you want people to pay, you want to punish people? That part right there. What would make you do that? And then it goes all the way back to what I said. Mental health. Sunshine, good morning. Happy early anniversary. Thank y'all. Mona Lisa, you have had good topics from the start. Keep shining and sharing your wisdom. I definitely appreciate that, girl. I do my best. I do my very best. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate every bit of it. My portrait, you, in my gallery. So, what do you think about this bombing, Sunshine? I mean, I'm just sitting back going, who is he mad at? What went on in his life to the point to where he feels like he wants to take everybody with him? And that's down the road of misery and despair. What would make you want to do that? That's where I'm at. And it goes all the way back, like I was saying, to mental health and illness. Because it gets real. It's real, my people. And I just want to know what you think about this topic, because it's all over the news. They said he was caught, but I'm so curious to know what he's going to say his reasoning is. You know what I mean? What is the reasoning behind going to a subway, unleashing a smoke bomb, and then firing 30 rounds? Now, remember, if you watch the news, and I know you do because you watch it, the Mona Lisa Monroe Morning Show. So if you watch the news, you have seen that the only reason why this person stopped shooting is because his gun jammed. His gun jammed. That was the only reason why the firing stopped. When I heard that, you know what I said in my spirit and in my soul? I said somebody was praying that day, because they said that they found more rounds, more ammunition. He was getting ready to fire some stuff up. but they're not calling it terrorism yet. What, and this goes back for me. This goes back to us blaming other people about saying you don't want to call it what it really is. Let's call it what it really is. It's terrorism on American soil. That's basically what it is. Because what is terrorism? Terrorism is terrorizing people. And then you turn around and terrorize your own people. It's bad enough that you're terrorizing people that did nothing to you. Now you want to terrorize people that look like you and that live with you. It goes back to what I was saying last Thursday, my people. We have to go inward, and check our own soul salvation. Check our own mentality. You know what I'm saying? Sunshine, I think mental health is real. Amen, sis. People seem to think that way to cover up not feeling like they need help, and they do. Amen. That's what I was saying last Thursday, Sunshine. Holding on to secrets inside, running from the truth that may have been a problem all their life. Honey, I was saying that myself, Sunshine. Let me get a sip of coffee on that, honey. I'm totally agreeing with you. And like I was saying, everybody has something that they're dealing with. Nobody, not body, but bate, is eliminated from trauma, stress, something you're going through. And this man got a story. I'm not saying it was right. Whoa, please believe I'm not saying that. But there's a story behind this behavior. This is not normal behavior. This isn't, and I tread lightly when I want to say this. This is not regular criminal behavior. You know what I mean? This is not stealing. This is not crime. What is it? White collar crime. I don't want to say black on black crime. I want to say crime on crime. People on people crime. This is not the regular crime. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? I don't mean to be, I don't mean to take light of any crime, but it's just not usual news crime. You know what I mean? No one got robbed. No one got, they got bombed with a smoke bomb. And then you unleash 30 rounds, just shooting. No target. You just randomly killing people. And that goes back to school shootings. Mental, ding, 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 mental health. What's wrong with you? Who did? And then it's like, go back in time, when that person was a child. What happened? Were you abused as a kid? What did your mama do? What did your daddy do? What did they not do? I mean, it's like, and then you want to think that you're exempt. Baby, lay on a couch and get some therapy. And the first thing they're going to ask you is, tell me about your mother and father. Because it came from somewhere. You got genes coming from somewhere, and it's best that you know. Instead of down the line, you get surprised. Just like health, right? When you go to the doctor, they say, is this in your family? Or have you, do you know of this disease being in your family? It's the same thing. Do you know of mental health being in the family? Mental mental illness being in the family. And you better tell the truth. Okay. Red hot number one. New York bombing in the subway. Somebody tell me about something. I know you saw it. I know you saw it on the news. Give me your 2 cent, 3 cent, 5 cent. Red hot number two. Now this hits home for me because I live in Georgia. I live in Georgia, honey. And this is newsworthy. You ready for this? I'm glad I made me a cup today, baby, because I got something to talk to y'all about. Georgia signs a bill allowing residents to carry a concealed gun without a permit. In Georgia. Did you? Yeah, I read it right. Georgia signs a bill allowing their residents to carry a concealed gun without a permit. Now, mental illness running rampant in the United States. Plus, maybe you should multiply instead of add. Yeah, let's go from addition to multiplication. Times gun. Mental illness times gun. And let's put another in parentheses. Let's make this a whole fraction, okay? Let's make this algebra. And you don't have to have a permit. That's the times 100. And I know how to speak correct English. 100. So you got mental illness times a gun times you know what? Let's make it a real algebra. Here we go. Mental illness times gun plus concealed times no permit. What does that equal out to? Death. I was going to say another word, but Jennifer Moore has educated me. Do not use the word crazy when you're referring to mental illness. And and you know what? I might have did it this morning because I got to practice working on that because I want to do better. Jennifer, if you're watching, I want to do better. So that equals death, my people. So serious. Georgia is on my mind this morning because you have a bill that is allowing people to carry and is concealed. I don't even have to show you that I have a gun. And I don't have to have a permit. Come on, Georgia. It's getting ready to be the Wild Wild West in Georgia. You would expect this from Texas. No, Texas, we might have beat you on this one, or was that already a bill out there? Because, honey, Georgia, Kim got to go. He got to go. And they're saying that he literally did this to seal the deal for his election in certain circles. And y'all, you guys know the NRA, they love some guns. I'm not saying don't protect your family. I'm not saying that. But this mess right here, like the young kids say, this right here is mental illness on steroids. Do you hear what I'm saying? Sunshine, yes, it's just not normal. It's not. People do things just like people just don't kill themselves either. Ooh, are you getting ready to open up Pandora's box, Sunshine? Whatever their issue is mentally gets too much for them when a lot of times they may feel they have an image to uphold. So if they're unhappy with life, then they want everyone to hurt. Oh my goodness. Right? My children's father 3 years ago put gun to his heart and blew his heart out. Oh my gosh. Mental health is real. Nothing wrong with getting counseling. It's so needed around the world. Oh, wow. Sunshine, let me first off say, I am so sorry for your loss. Oh my gosh. And you know, suicide, that's a whole new baby. I mean, and you just reminded me on the news yesterday. I read and heard and saw a 10-year-old girl, 10-year-old black girl, 10. Put a pin there, 10. And put a pin here, autism. 10-year-old girl with autism killed herself because of bullying. Bullying. Am I saying that right? I don't feel like I'm saying it right. But she killed herself. Now, they didn't say how, and I don't know if people even want to know how, but I want to know because I just can't see a 10-year-old little girl with autism coming in and actually killing herself. Now, bullying, am I saying bullying? I don't know if I'm saying that right. But children, I don't even want to say it because I don't know. I don't think I'm saying it right. But they have been taunting her and tormenting her every day. They were saying that she stinks, that she needs to take a bath, and she's stupid, and this and that. And then every day she heard that. Now, the news said that the parents went to the school and told the school that kids were doing this to her daughter. And of course, the school probably didn't do anything about it. And then next thing you know, her daughter is killing herself. You see? And like you were saying, Sunshine, going back to your situation, people are going through things and they have to talk to somebody. And I don't know if this little girl was able to communicate what was going on with her. I don't know anyone with autism, but if you do, people out there, my portraits out there, my beautiful images, if you guys know, can you communicate something like that? If you know a person with autism, could they really tell you how they feel effectively with you understanding what they're going through? You know what I'm saying? And just to think, here we go, Georgia signs a bill allowing people to carry a concealed gun and without a permit. This is going to be the Wild Wild West. And then you can't say, and this is what I'm waiting on. He didn't supposed to have one. Who said? The bill that got passed said he doesn't need a permit. And he doesn't have to show you he has a gun. Hello. You get me? It's clear as a bell how crazy this is getting. I mean, Ooh, Jennifer, you're going to be proud of me because now I'm catching it. How traumatic this is going to be. This is end times. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. So in the month of April, please continue to tune in because the Mona Lisa Monroe Morning Show is tackling the issues that no one wants to talk about. And what is that? Mental illness. No one wants to talk about it in the Black community. And if you do want to talk about it, sound off on the show. Because this whole month, we're going to be talking about those rough topics. Sandra, good morning, honey. Yes, it is real. I'm a living witness and result of a miracle from suicide attempt. Oh my gosh. Thank you, God. I survived depression. Oh my gosh, girl. How about I didn't know that? Praise God, but it hurts when I find out about others who tried and succeeded at it. Depression is real. Oh my goodness. Thank you for tuning in, Sandra. Yes, ma'am. Depression is real. And if you don't seek or find help, who knows what could happen? Who knows? You know what I mean? My goodness. You know what? I'm going to try to bring you on, Sandra. Are you still tuning in? I want you to talk about this a little bit. I'm going to try to bring you on. Let's see what happens. I'm sending you a request. I'm going to see if it holds tight. You will be on the Facebook page. Because this show, you know, you're still on? Okay. Now, I just sent you a request to come on the show. You'll be on the Facebook live feed. I did not know that, sweetie. And this show right here is all about mental illness, mental health. And if you're willing to talk about it, I want to bring you on, honey, because this is, wow. And like I was saying, you know, it's not supposed to get better. And when I say better, I mean, you will see more. You're going to see more things happen. You are. Sunshine. That's why I like your show. You bring the real topic to the table. Hey, man, Sunshine, I appreciate it, girl. They're asking for crime and shooting to happen, giving people that mindset that it's okay. Don't say nothing to them. End times for sure. Sunshine. Now, can you just see who all's going to go grab a gun? You don't have to get a permit. Come on now. Everybody's going to grab a gun because now it's okay. And it reminds me of condoms in high school, right? Condoms in high school, they were saying, we're not telling you to go do it, but just in case, protect yourself. Okay, same type of thing. We're not telling you to go get a gun, but if you do, you're good. Come on now. Come on. How in the world is this going to be good in Georgia? How is this going to be okay, Georgia? How? So, you guys, I mean, I'm at a loss of words, and I'm living in Georgia. Okay. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to check my feed and make sure Sandra's not hanging between two screens. So while we're taking a commercial break, check out the show tonight, folks. Check out the Evenings with Mona Lisa. Let me show you something. Hold tight. Thank you for tuning in to Mona Lisa Late Night. Grab your glass and let's get started.
But before we get there, please go to my website, www.monalisamonroe.com. We've got merchandise, we've got t-shirts, we've got cups, we've got totes, we've got everything you need. We've even got my book, Life After the Diagnosis. So, let's go ahead, grab your glass, bottoms up. Let's start talking.
All right. Yes, yes, yes. Please, please, please tune in tonight with Evenings with Mona Lisa. Sandra, okay, so you're still here. Well, honey, you gotta click the request to come on. It's some type of request link that you can actually, well, let me see. Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can find you real quick. Hold on. Hold tight, Sandra. I'm going to try to bring you on. So hold on. Because I really want to hear what you have to say, sweetie. Hopefully you can talk a little bit. Let's see. Sandra. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Where you at? Sandra. Hold on. There you go. Okay. Now, all you got to do is click that link I just sent you. Okay. So you can come on with me. I just sent it to you. So while we're trying to get Sandra on the show, because she's actually on the Facebook Live feed, and I want her on the show so she could talk a little bit about her what happened. Let's just leave it like that. What happened? But until then, until she comes on, we're gonna do a red hot topic number 3, honey. Because number 1, we were talking about the New York bombing in the subway. You guys talk to me about that, because I think that's a serious case of mental illness, very strong case. And then red hot number 2 is Georgia signs a bill allowing residents to carry a concealed gun without a permit. That's mental illness. I don't care what anyone thinks. That is mental illness. And then number 3, tell me what you think about this. Why is Biden giving new, heavier weapons to Ukraine? Now, I'm bringing that up because let me tell you something. These weapons that he's given to Ukraine to fight Russia is $800 million. $800 million. We can't feed the hungry. We can't give housing to the homeless. We can't help veterans. We can't do this. We can't do that. But yet you come up with $800 million. And I take another sip. Wait, you can't help domestic violence. You can't cure cancer. You can't cure AIDS. You can't feed the homeless. You can't house the homeless. You can't help convicts with a second chance. You can't help child abuse. You can't help foster kids. You can't help residents in poverty with housing. You can't. But yet you come up with $800 million to help Ukraine. Now, I'm not against helping Ukraine. Don't get me wrong. I think we should help them. But let me add this in the tea. I think you should have helped Haiti too. I think you should have gave them $800 million to help them when they were going through hurricanes, disaster, tornadoes. Yeah, I think you should have gave them some help too. They didn't need military help. They needed aid. How come you didn't send all of this kind of money with aid to Haiti, the Congo, when they were killing little girls, raping little girls? You know, where's the help all the way around is what I'm saying. Yes, help Ukraine. But what about Congo, Haiti, Africa? I mean, can we help everybody if we're gonna help? We're the powerhouse. We're the leaders of the nation. Let's help everybody. If we're gonna help one person, let's help everybody. And that goes back to and I'm just gonna put this out there in the T2. Let me just take another sip. On the news, you only see, and y'all can, hey, come for me if you want to. On the news, you only see white Ukrainians. Did you know there's black Ukrainians too? They were students from Africa in Ukraine. And while we're shipping everyone over here, helping everyone over here, they couldn't get on buses, they couldn't get assistance, they couldn't get anything because of the color of their skin. Matter of fact, they were denied. Bet you didn't know that. It's black folks everywhere. And it's black people in Ukraine and they're not getting assistance. And on the news, all you see is white people. I mean, if you're going to show footage, show all the footage. I'm just saying, it's people suffering around the world. But you quick to show. Okay, folks. Those are the three topics this morning. Because I'm just like, wow. How did you come up with $800 million? And you can't come up with assistance with the homeless, veterans, elderly. We pay for what we want to pay for. And it just goes back to you do what you want to do. You help who you want to help. You cover who you want to cover. You assist who you want to assist. I mean, let's be real. You only do what you want to do, right? We don't. And in the first show, the first Thursday show, last Thursday, I said, I would like for each one of us that's tuning into the show, whether that's you're tuning in right now or you play a replay and see it again, I'm just saying, mercy. Give people the benefit of the doubt first. Now, if they show you who you really are, who they really are, if they show you who they really are, then you can go from there. But at least give them the benefit of the doubt first. But once they show you, then they show you, right? You ain't got nothing to worry about then, because they showed you who they are. And the New York bombing in the subway, somebody knew him from back in the day or something. He had a girlfriend, a wife, some children, something. He's got a Facebook page, I'm sure. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everybody's on social media. Somebody know this man. And I don't know if you feel comfortable enough to come forward and say you know him, But maybe you can help the issue by explaining his mentality on why he did what he did. And it's been said that it's still questionable, is he the one? But hey. Or did he have any accomplices? Was he alone in this travesty? Did he do it alone? That's another question that is not circling anywhere. But was he by himself? Was he the main person? Or was he just the driver? Or the bomb maker? Who knows? But did he act alone? I have yet to hear CNN, CBS, ABC. I have yet to hear any of those channels go, was he alone? And, if he wasn't, well, they say snitches get stitches, but guess what? Maybe he don't want to say nothing because he knows he's going to get it when he go in. I don't know. But either way, dude, I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. But the only question I have is why? Why do what you did? Why? And then what happened in your life that brought you to this point in your life? What made you go here? And we all went through some things. If you say you didn't, you're lying. We've all been through some things. Now, how we dealt with it is different, but we all have been through something. And I'm going to even push the envelope and say all of us had a response to something that we later regret. Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. We all did something that we look back now and say, maybe I should have handled that a little differently. Y'all not gonna. I'm like a pastor there. Y'all not gonna talk back to me. But that's okay because I know it's true. Because I can say that I've did some things that I'm like, I might should have handled that a little differently. Just recently, I might have should have handled that a little differently. Because your first instinct is to react. But now, dealing with everybody and dealing with where we are now, you better check yourself before you respond. Because you might come after somebody that's not wrapped tight. And the littlest thing could set them off. I'm not saying walk around with eggshells, like, be afraid of everybody. But I'm just saying when it is time, or if there's a time to where it's an opportunity for you to check somebody or someone ticks you off, before you act, if you've never before in your life waited to respond, it's about that time. Wait to respond. You know why? Because something like this could go down. That person probably, I don't know, somebody did something to that person. I don't know. Who knows? We're yet to see what the deal is with that. But dealing with Georgia, you might have a doggone gun because you can keep it concealed without a permit. So before I get to tripping when you cut me in traffic, or that's another thing. I saw on the news that someone just opened fired through the windshield because someone cut them off in traffic. Who cares who's driving beside the car? Who cares if someone's got children in the car beside you, in front of you, in the back of you, or whatever? You open fire on a vehicle because they cut you off. You see what I'm talking about? And this law right here, this bill that has been passed, you don't think they're going to have guns in their cars? Oh my goodness, this is just... And then I hear that Texas, the governor... Texas, you know I love y'all. You know I love you. The governor in Texas bust illegal aliens. You know how they call them illegal aliens. Illegal aliens to DC to prove a point. The governor put some folks that was illegal on buses and bust them to DC for the president to deal with, because he's tired of these border restrictions, border laws, or Biden is not in pushing border laws hard enough for them or whatever. So you gonna bust some people. Okay, so guess what? If you busting them to DC, that means you can house them. You spending money busing people somewhere, why don't you give them a place to stay? You already giving them jobs, but on the low. They're working for your construction companies. They're working for your restaurants, your hotels. Come on. This is the kind of stuff that makes me just frustrated and mad. Because while you proving yourself stupid, you just showing yourself up. You see what I'm saying? Boy, I tell you, every time I think about it, it's just, I can be driving down the road, on the highway, driving down the highway, put it like that. And all of a sudden, someone can just open fire on somebody who's cutting them off, somebody who's riding too close in the back of them. And I could just be driving, minding my own business. And it wasn't too long ago on the news that somebody was sitting at their home, minding in their home, and someone opened fire, and the bullet, as they say, has no name, came through the house window and killed a kid. Okay. How is any of this making sense? How is any of this making sense right now? Georgia. It's time, Kim, it's time for you to go. Stacey Abrams, let's see, because this bill right here shows that you're not stable, sir. You're not stable. And and this is another aspect of the bill. You're thinking that you're protecting, and you're thinking that all the right people, how about that, is going to have guns. Open your mind, because all the wrong people are going to get them too. And in your mind, you're saying, well, we gonna all have guns. Well, yeah, we're gonna all have guns. And does that make it right? Does that make it good? Everybody got guns. It go back to the Wild Wild West. The Wild Wild West. Everybody had guns too. Gunslingers. That's what Georgia is going to be. Gunslinging state. Jeez Louise. Oh my gosh. Gunslingers. That's what we're going to be called here, baby. Gunslingers. And how do you think, Georgia, how are you thinking that all the right people are going to have guns. All right. So, final thoughts on the Red Hots today. My final thought on the New York bombing. I think that there needs to be a mental health check for this man that bombed the subway, because I really think something's going on there. And it would be good to hear from people who actually know him, and whether they're going to come against him, for him, or whatever the case may be. We need to know who this man is and why he did what he did. So I guess my final thoughts on the New York bomber would be, you need some help. I know they're going to take, look, you're going to jail. But I mean, there's no way around that. You're going to jail. But in jail, I can just hope that they see about your mind. And, you know, we all know that the jail system is horrible. But hopefully they'll, you know, help you mentally. That's all I can say. It's so many cases that people are in jail now, and it was mental illness. So that's my final thought on that one. My final thought on Georgia signing this bill allowing any and everybody to have a concealed weapon without a permit is insanity. Kemp, you're operating like a madman right now. And they're saying that you are catering to your base. You're catering to people with guns. You're catering to people who are going to carry regardless. And whatever the case may be, you got to go, sir, because that is going to be Georgia's downfall. So Stacey, if you're watching, when you become governor of Georgia, that needs to be the first bill you amend or cancel. I don't know what you're supposed to do or what you can do, but you need to get rid of that bill right there, honey. You already have my vote, but this bill right here, as soon as you get in, that needs to be first priority. Get rid of that bill right there. That's my final thought on that. My final thought on President Joe Biden approving $800 million in new military assistance to the Ukraine. Now, yes, I want us to help Ukraine. I'm not a mean person. I'm not harsh or anything like that. All at the same time, if you're going to help to that extreme, you need to be fair across the board. There were people that were fleeing their country, their nation, their town, city, state, whatever, fleeing for their lives, and you shipped them right back. You did not take refuge in them. You did not secure them. You did not send any aid to them. You didn't do anything for them. So my final thought for President Biden doing the most for Ukraine. I'm happy that you're helping Ukraine. Just give us that same energy when it's countries and places of color that need the same thing. That's all I'm saying. Let's make it right, Joe. Let's do the right thing. Okay? Let's do the right thing. Because $800 million is a lot of doggone transferring of some crypto or whatever is going on. That same aid, that same energy that everybody has for Ukraine, I'm not going against it. I love it. Help. Please. But give us that same energy when it's places of color. That's my final thought on that. Now, I want you guys to tune in this evening. Evenings with Mona Lisa Hunte. Please, please, please click the website, purchase some merchandise. You support the show when you do that. Click like and share this show, every show, friends, family, and foes. And also, if you are an expert, if you have a degree, if you have a PhD, whatever the case may be in mental illness, I want you on the show. If you suffer from mental illness, I want you on the show. If you know of anyone and you would like to talk about it, I want you on the show. April is all about addressing mental health, mental illness. Okay? Now, as I said, this is our anniversary month, so I'm going to do some giveaways. Yes. So if you've been tuning in all morning long, I know you was like, hey, girl, you said you was going to give up some stuff. I did. So let me just do this. Let me give you a, what do you call it? Let me do a quick commercial break. I couldn't think of the word. I'm going to do a quick commercial break, advertising the evening show tonight. And I want you guys to hold tight because when I get back, we're going to do the giveaway. Hold tight.
Thank you for tuning in to Mona Lisa Late Night. Grab your glass and let's get started. But before we get there, please go to my website, www.monalisamonroe.com. We've got merchandise, we've got t-shirts, we've got cups, we've got totes, we've got everything you need. We've even got my book, Life After the Diagnosis. So, let's go ahead, grab your glass, bottoms up, let's start talking.
All right, welcome back. Yes. Ready for the giveaways, my people? Okay, we are going to give away the first prize. What? Why are we giving it away? Because April is our anniversary month, and we always give great gifts. Ding! And so, like I promised, before we jump off, I want to do a few giveaways, and I want to give some suggestions on if you decided or you have, if you know of anyone with mental illness or you're suffering with mental illness or depression or anything like that, I'm going to give some suggestions of some books and some just things that you might want to consider. I personally journal when I'm feeling, and I just write it down. That's what I do. So, first thing I want to give away is 33 Years a Slave. This is a book from Jennifer King. Jennifer King was one of our awesome authors that was on the show in March. And she was like, Mona Lisa, I've got some stuff I want to give away. So this is one of the things This is one of the gifts that I want to give away. Jennifer King is amazing. If you guys don't know who she is, I want you to go to her Facebook page, Jennifer King, 33 Years a Slave. This book is awesome, and it's an easy read. You know what I'm saying? There we go. It's an easy read, and it's got great topics in it. You know what? Let me just go through a little bit. It says, what chains are binding you? Okay, I'm gonna read a little bit on the back, and this is one of our giveaways. Once again, 33 Years a Slave. Okay, so Mona Lisa, what are you talking about? So hold on. Let me get this off so everybody can focus. Okay, there we go. So what chains are binding you is the back. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about it. In 33 Years a Slave, author Jennifer King takes an honest look at what held her bound into a life created more so by others than herself for so long. Chains of fear, chains of doubt, other people's chains, chains of money, and so many other chains. So in this book, she talks about what chains to break. 33 Years a Slave. About the author, Jennifer King is a retired regional director for the Texas Department of Criminal Justice who has recrafted her life to help others be free to live a life they love. Boop, 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 boop. So this book will go to one of the first folks who tuned in today, which was Sunshine. So Sunshine, if you're still on, Hunte, go ahead and inbox me on Facebook your address and we will get this to you. Okay? You were our first person to chime in today, and I want to thank you for being one of our faithful viewers, one of my faithful portraits. This is for you, Hunte. Inbox me your address and I will make sure you get that. And I want to give this book to Miss Sandra, 33 Years a Slave, because Sandra, you were one of our Facebook viewers that chimed in. Thank you for your comments. Inbox me on Facebook your address and we'll get this baby to you. It's an awesome book, 33 Years a Slave, teaching you and wanting you to know how to break the chains, honey. I want to get this to you. So inbox me your address. Sunshine and Sandra, inbox me. Now, the third person that I saw, let me see. Let me make sure here. Hold on. I want to make sure I got everybody here. Oh, okay, Miss Sheba. I see you, Miss Sheba. Now, Miss Sheba, you're getting this giveaway today because you are liking and clicking and sharing the show. So I love it. Send me your address on Facebook, inbox me, and I will mail you this awesome book. Honey, you're going to love this book. So we've got the book going to Miss Sandra for being our first person on our Facebook live stream commenting. We've got this book going to Sunshine commenting on the show. Our first comment on the show, Miss Sunshine. Inbox me now, inbox me. And then we've got Sheba liking and sharing our show. Like, share, and clicking our show. Sheba, Sandra, and Sunshine. Isn't that funny? All S's, sexy ladies, all S's. Now, I'm not even done. You know how they say, and there's more. So we gave away 3 giveaways, which was this awesome book, Ladies, let me tell you something. The book also comes with, bam! It also comes with a workbook. Okay, so you can do some work like Yolanda Van Dant. What's her name? Yolanda Van Dant. Baby, not only should you read the book, you should write some stuff down, just like your vision. Make it plain. So here we go. Make sure you inbox me. I will mail you guys this wonderful gift. Okay? Thank you for tuning in to the show, honey. We're going to get y'all set. And this is ready to go. I just need your addresses, okay? All right. Now, as I promised, giveaways done. Now I want to give you some little tidbits on some books that I would suggest you read if you're going through depression or if you need some motivation or something like that, okay? Now, I want to show you my journal because a lot of people probably don't believe me, but yeah, I write stuff down. See? Yeah. So I suggest that you write your feelings down. Now, this book right here, God's Leading Lady, this actually helped me when I was single. Okay? When I was single, this helped me sort of walk the right path. So, single ladies, all single ladies, this is my suggestion that you get. T.D. Jakes, God's Leading Lady. This is another suggestion. A book from Lingila Johnson. I do, but what? Oh, I do, but to who? I do, but to who? Now, all of you single ladies, once again, because I was single for a while, I understand. This is a good one too. I do, but to who? Lingila Johnson. Woo, 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 woo. Good book. Easy reads, folks. Easy reads. This book, Freedom by Tommy Gates. Now, if you've been used to or you grew up on the rough side and you need some inspiration to know how do I get out, how do I focus, how do I get my life together, this brother right here is an amazing individual, and he wrote a book, and he was in my husband's mentorship program, and this guy is amazing. And I don't want to call him a street guy, but he was, a rough kid. And he turned his life around and he wrote this book. And I would suggest that anybody dealing with some teenagers that might want to be that maybe want to be cutting up or something like that, Freedom by Tommy Gates. Good book. All right. Now, this is not the last book, but this is a book for, I would suggest, business owners. In business, you juggling business, you're juggling your life, you're juggling. I would suggest Soar by Bishop T.D. Jakes. Great book. It sort of helps you separate the difficulties of life. I'm working on it, Jennifer. Difficulties of life. This will help you. Soar. I love this book. T.D. Jakes. Last but not least, let me tell you something. Oh my goodness. This book right here, Crushing by T.D. Jakes. I guess you guys go, oh, she's T.D. Jakes. Yeah, Bishop is my bishop. And T.D. Jakes' Crushing is an amazing book. And I haven't finished it, but so far, my people, baby, let me tell you something. I had to write some notes because it gets real. It gets real. These, I wouldn't lie to you. So, with all that being said, giveaways on the way, and just a few suggestions on some books that you can read just to help you through. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the show this morning. And it's our anniversary. It's our anniversary month, so we're going to have some good stuff going on, and I want you guys to tune in and take advantage of it all. I love you. Thank you for tuning in, my beautiful pictures, portraits in my gallery. Thank you. Have an awesome, awesome day. And also have an awesome, awesome month. Tune in tonight. Let's go.